Well, the former CDC director taking aim at Robert F. Kennedy Jr. during her testimony before the Senate Health Committee. She says he fired her after she refused to carry out his orders on vaccines. NewsNation weekend anchor Anna Kooiman joins us now. So, Anna, there's been some back and forth in this story. What are we learning this morning from her testimony?
Right. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning to everybody at home. Former CDC Director Susan Monarez pushing back against HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s claims she was a liar, calling them, quote, not accurate. She testified she was told to rubber stamp vaccine decisions that could impact children's access to life-saving shots. Watch.
Regular order, regular order.
Time. You have
A fiery hearing on Capitol Hill. Former CDC Director Susan Monarez testifying she was pushed to the breaking point by HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. less than a month into the job.
Being asked to compromise scientific integrity associated with those decisions and to fire individuals without cause gave me pause about that particular phrase. He called, in that context, CDC the most corrupt federal agency in the world. He said that CDC employees were killing children and they don't care. He said that CDC employees were bought by the pharmaceutical industry. He said CDC forced people to wear masks and social distance like a dictatorship.
HHS officials quickly firing back, accusing her of distorting Kennedy's words and undermining his and the president's agenda.
That isn't how that conversation went. And you know that, don't you?
turmoil at the top of the nation's top public health agency is not good for the health of the American people.
Democrats see it differently.
Dr. Monarez was fired because she refused to act as a rubber stamp to implement Secretary Kennedy's dangerous agenda to substantially limit the use of safe and effective vaccines.
We'll be back.
Former CDC Chief Medical Officer Deborah Oury, who also resigned, is warning of deadly consequences.
Not only will it overwhelm our healthcare system, but children will have, some of them will be deaf. You know, we've seen congenital measles cases in the U.S., and I think what concerns me is these aren't harmless diseases. We just saw the case in California of a young child that died of encephalitis from years after measles. These diseases have long-term consequences. And we don't need, in the U.S., we have gone so far in reversing this. We don't want our children to die.
She also described the fear still lingering after this year's deadly shooting at CDC headquarters in Atlanta.
I had staff that were covering their kids in the daycare parking lot. There were people that were out at the ride share as bullets were passing over their head. I have many that won't speak about vaccines now if they feel they were personally targeted because of misinformation.
And former Director Monarez sounding the alarm that such turmoil could leave the country vulnerable.
The next outbreak, and I don't believe that we'll be prepared.
And the timing is crucial. Kennedy's new vaccine panel, stacked with his appointees, does meet today in Atlanta. They'll be deciding whether newborns should continue getting the hepatitis B shot. Kelly?
Yeah, a lot of eyes on all of this. All right, Anna, thank you so much for the breakdown. And you can catch Anna Kooiman on her own show every weekend. A great watch starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.